All right, you know what? Gen Z, we got to talk again. I'm tired of your bullshit. Not all of you. Some of them are actually starting to really be woke. Woke to all this is bullshit. They're fucking weird pronouns. They're zers. They're, there's birth people, not men or women. Anybody can give birth. They're slipping from reality. But some of them are starting to come back. But I was looking through YouTube shorts because that's my attention span. It's like this. And all of a sudden I started seeing all these videos with people, young white people, pretending that they have Tourette syndrome. And yes, they're pretending they have Tourette syndrome. And I'll tell you how I know that they're pretending they have fucking Tourette syndrome to get fucking attention. I don't know if I've said this on the channel before. I'm pretty sure I have in passing, but I'll say it now. I don't really like to talk about it too much, but I have fucking Tourette syndrome. I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome in 86, 87. Back then, they didn't really know what Tourette was. And the reason I don't like talking about it is because you get all the stereotypical shit of Tourette. People start watching me right away to see, and they always ask the same question. Well, what do you do? Because, they're waiting for, or some weird shit like that. They're waiting for, I ate mashed potatoes and Marilyn just killed her baby. I mean, they're waiting for something like that. And I'm not going to give it to you. That's not what's going to happen. I have a more milder case of Tourette. And how it manifested itself with me, let me just start that right now, is when I was younger, I would kick the wall. I don't mean angrily. I would lay down and I would kind of just rapidly kick the wall like this with my feet. And it was just something I had to do. And it was like this pent up energy. And I had to do this action to get it out. And that could sound like obsessive compulsive and all also. But I kind of think there's a lot of shit linked to Tourette syndrome. I think anxiety disorder is linked to Tourette syndrome. I think obsessive compulsive is linked, because you'll find a lot of Tourette syndrome people have more than one little neurological fuck up going on, right? And also why I don't like saying it is because everybody goes, is that why you swear? No, I swear because I'm a crass, ignorant asshole. That isn't why I use this type of vernacular and shit like that. That type of thing is called coprolalia. Kind of sounds like a weird poop German fetish, doesn't it? Coprolalia. I'm going to coprolalia on you now. Give me the coprolalia. But, and that wasn't Tourette either. That's just me being me. But, coprolalia is vocal tics, which usually manifest themselves as swearing. And that's a very, very small percent. It does happen. I've heard it. Small percentage of people with Tourette. It's not, everybody with Tourette does not have that. And there's echolalia. See, how would I know about this unless I had Tourette? Echolalia is basically repeating something you've heard, or if somebody said, I like to go to the store, or something like that. And the rest of your day, like, I like to go to the store. I like to go to the store. First off, and now you get these people, and they all got the pink hair and no fucking brain and 80,000 piercings in their face I saw 5 clips with people doing this shit. I'm having my tics today. Beans. I'm having my tics today too, and I'm a pretty little lady. Beans. All right, so all people with Tourette now are Mexican. What the fuck are you talking about? And for all these people that have never met each other and from various parts of the States, maybe even from Britain and shit like that, how do you get the same fucking tic? That's bullshit. You're full of crap. And it doesn't work like that. Just because you do this, I could do that. Beans, tampon blood. It's the most lazy attempt at Tourette I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, let me try to explain some of this shit to you, how you could tell it's real Tourette. You ever seen the movie The Grudge? Ever see The Ring or something like that? These people have such... How can I explain? It's always hard for me to explain Tourette. My mom was involved in the Tourette Syndrome Association and all that. She even did their newsletter in Illinois for years. It's kind of like, here's how I've always explained Tourette. Imagine you have this thing of energy, right? Now, it's your bladder. Let's pretend you've got to pee. Now, some people can hold their piss 6-7 hours, right? Some people have to let it out right away, or they're just going to piss all over themselves, right? But eventually, it's got to come out. That's what Tourette is like. All right. Now, people who have worse cases of Tourette and facial tics and all that stuff, their bladder is they can't hold it. It's got to come out. It's a misfiring of the brain. I don't know what it is. There's no cure for it, but it's not going to kill you. Mine has always been very mild. I didn't know what I was, but a lot of times they contort themselves. There's a lot of facial tics. There's a lot of twisting of things. I'm not going to lie to you. First time I ever went to a Tourette syndrome convention, I was scared shitless. First off, my parents did all the usual things. Nobody knew what it was in the 80s. They took me to Exorcist. They burned me with an iron to make me stop. I'm kidding. They didn't do that. Well, not with the iron. The Exorcist, yeah, maybe. But, I was sticking that cross up there saying, Jesus F me, right in my butt. And, what else were they supposed to do? I was 17 though. Okay, whatever. But no, so I remember the first time I went, it was in Alexandria, Virginia. I went to a Tourette conference. What no one told me at the time is that other people with Tourette would be there scaring the ever-loving shit out of me. And it's not their fault, but it's kind of like if you're going to walk into a minefield, you don't know when something's going to blow up. I was in the lobby and there'd be other kids with Tourette and you'd be sitting there, be quiet, and all of a sudden they'd be like, ah! And they're just, ah! And I didn't have that type of Tourette, so I'm scared shitless. There was, I remember there was a shuttle that would take us from the airport, from the hotel, I think the Pentagon Mall, actually, at the time. And I remember waiting there, and I saw one of the kids, and I feel bad about it to this day, who, every 5 seconds would go, ah! And, he practically bend almost all the way backwards with his, upper torso. They can do shit like that. This is why people in the olden days thought they were really possessed by demons and the devil and shit like that. Because they did shit, the swearing, the contortions that they can do. I don't know, it's just how it is. But I remember I saw this kid and I didn't want to get on the van with him because I was scared, not of him, but I just couldn't take 20 minutes of silence and knowing at any moment this kid's gonna, make some kind of loud noise and fucking scared as shit. I just couldn't do it. But here's how you can tell if people really do have Tourette. First of all, they'll know the terminology. They'll know echolalia. They'll know coprolalia. They'll know what all that means. They'll know who invented Tourette. The guy's name, I think, was Gilles de Tourette. I think that's the actual name of the guy that did it. I think he was French. I don't remember. But they'll know more about it than I have a tic today. And if you come on here and you have the fucking balls and you start to say, well, I identify as having Tourette. Well, then I identify as putting my foot up your ass. That's what I do. I'm foot up your ass person. Okay, that's what I identify as. It's how I live my life. That's my peace. Shut the fuck up. When I see you, I have to kick the fuck out of you. That's just what it's got to be about. I am so sick of these people. These people now want to be disabled. There are actually people now who want to be disabled. That's what they identify as. Fine. You want to be identified as disabled? I'd like to help you and break your legs with a fucking baseball bat. Suck my dick with this shit. And I don't care if I'm getting in trouble on YouTube again. Those bitches already got me copyright struck and shit like that. I'm sure I'll get struck again for anger talk or something like that. But I'm tired of it. You do not have Tourette. You will know if you really have Tourette. And there's some people with Tourette that annoy me. This video is a little long. I'm sorry. But okay. I just have to say, stop faking Tourette. Nobody wants to have Tourette. It's not a fun thing to have. To find out where you are in the Tourette scale and the different medications they have to try on you to make you normal or whatever. If you're looking to find my tics, you're not going to really find. You might, I don't know. Well, I had a doctor once who didn't believe I had it. Until he followed me home from school, which is kind of creepy in itself. Why do you have the lube and the flowers and candy? That was kind of strange. But he followed me home. A couple blocks, not far. And then he was like, I totally see he's got it because he let it all out after school. He hit it in school because my Tourette bladder is bigger. I can hold my tics longer. I don't feel like I need to tic right now. I just don't feel like it. Maybe later I'll turn it on when I have to. But I don't do those I just don't. All right? I do a lot of hand motions. I do a lot of... This is why you always see me with keys. All right? I'm done running and hiding from this shit. Or something in my hand. At some point I usually start doing this shit, and that's just a release for me to expend the extra energy that Tourette gives to me. All right, it's a hell of a lot better than or oh, mama touch me there, some weird fucking tic that I don't need. And I'm not judging those who's got the tics. I feel sorry for them. I can't imagine what that's like, and I've always had sympathy for them. Except for the ones who, really are possessed by the devil. I think a few snuck in there. I don't know. I'm just going to say, do you really vomit green soup? Is it really a tic? I don't think it is. But, what was I going to say? Oh, just the whole thing about Tourette and trying to identify somebody disabled or somebody with Tourette or somebody with this, that just shows how interminably boring your fucking life is and how pathetic and uncreative you are. Do something with it. Go paint. Brag on Twitch or, fucking... what do you call it? TikTok with that. Show a talent you have. Don't come on there and be this annoying motherfucker with their fake genders, with their fake, disabilities, with their fake this, their fake that. I can't. I just can't anymore. But Tourette's something I know about. Tourette's something near and dear to me. Shut the fuck up. If you don't have it, quiet the fuck down. I'd like to know if anybody who watches has it. Let me know. Well, I'll know you because, you show yourself on camera and your head will spin around and shit like that. I got in a lot of trouble. Maybe you want me to I'll do a story time on this sometimes. I didn't like being associated with Tourette. My mom was really, really into it. She My mom used to work in child psychiatry. Make your own joke. But she really was into things of the brain and neurological things and all that. So when she found out I had Tourette's, it was like heaven for her. I don't mean like heaven, well, yeah, kind of, sort of. But like she really got invested, learned everything she could about it. And here I am, the one with Tourette, and she's trying to share the info with me. And there were so many times that I don't care. I don't care. Well, no, but this is probably why you do this. And I think you have a little OCDs because and that's not a tic. I just don't want to hear this. But yeah, I mean, I learned a lot about it. And I was always the one pushing it away out of my life and kind of hiding it. And because I didn't want people to know about it. And it was embarrassing to me. But the reason I even made this channel, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about me anymore. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about my personality anymore. This is me. This is no act. The way I talk, the way I think, the horrible things I say, the things I joke about. You know what? Why can't I should be accepted for being me. If everybody else can be accepted for being who they really aren't, then okay. Why not me too? Staring at. I'll use my Tourette against you. It also gives you special powers. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll be putting more stuff up on the Patreon soon. There's like 2 videos on there so far. And let me know what you want to talk about. Like any kind of news stories, anything happening in pop culture. I've been out of it. Leave it in below. Leave it below. I'm going to go Tourette my ass off now.